Okay, welcome to Chain of Sounds. I am Nisse Palm, and today we are actually going to deep dive in the Chain of Sounds a little bit more than we have done before. I'm at the office of a Swedish amplification company named Oak Amplifiers, and they work by the motto, "We change the power of music." So, Mats.
My name is Mats Otterdahl, and I am one of the founders of this company. We could see that we have the ideas and ability to make power amplifiers that can save a lot of energy in efficiency and idle mode, and even make them smaller and lighter. That's the short story. I've been working in another company, power amplifier company, for many years and learned a lot there. So I pick up that experience to this company.
Yeah. You say that professional audio amplifier manufacturers have not made any new innovations in many years.
They have, but they are a little bit behind, to be honest. What we have chosen to do is pick up new transistor types that we work with silicon carbide and gallium nitride transistor, that if you do a switch mode amplifier, normally called Class D amplifier, it's very important to have fast transistors, and these new transistors are very fast. They are used in car application, in electric car chargers, to scrimp the size of the electronics in cars, and even for the inverters. So we picked up that technology in amplifiers, and we can see some of the result here. Here is a prototype of around 2 to 3 kilowatts output stage in an amplifier. This is only a prototype, so this one is not complete, but it works. And this is a multi-channel amplifier, 16 channels, 16 kilowatts, made for install application where you need many channels. Each channel is 1,000 watt. It's made in 3 versions: 16 channel, 8 channel, and 4 channel, but with the same power supply. And in the other end, we have this one that is amplifier made for built in loudspeaker. So this is only 1 channel, and it's 10 kilowatts. Mainly for actually bass,
double bass players, right?
No. Bass drivers. 10 kilowatts sounds much. It is much, but in the terms of sound and music, you have to realize that to play double the volume as 1 watt, you need 10 watt. If you want double the sound pressure as 10 watt, you need 100 watt, and double it again, you need 1,000 watt, and the next time you're up to 10 kilowatts.
We're very well aware of that the music industry has flown under the radar in terms of sustainability for many years, but you have gone pretty far in terms of putting the sustainability as a huge part of your company.
We will try everything we can to make it real efficient and save carbon dioxide in first place, but also we can save people's backs by doing lightweight amplifiers, and we can save truck space and so on. So that's our mission, actually. So not only to make the highest power or best sound, we will also have I will say that sustainability is in the first place. Then of course the quality and the power is also important. You have a lot of amplifiers that are set in idle consumption because it is not used that much in a arena, for example. It 24 hours a day it's on. And in that case, idle consumption is really important because, with a little bit calculation, you figure it out that the most damage to the environment is actually the idle consumption. The efficiency have less importance because the performance is very short very often. If you use it maybe 1 hour every day and 23 hours they are in idle mode. No, that's true. A normal amplifier of a class of 1,000 to 3,000 watts have an idle consumption around 50 to 100 watts.
Yeah.
And you can imagine a big arena where you have 50 amplifiers, what that costs, both in money and the cost for the environment.
Yeah. You have won an innovation prize.
Yeah, actually, and that I'm really proud of that. And we have a prize that is named Skapa, and we achieved that prize just for the idle consumption. And we also have invention that is now under patent pen, so it's official. So that take down the idle consumption to almost zero.
So delayed congratulations from Chain of Sounds.
Thank you.
Great, yeah. How much does that change the movement of the company?
Oh, a lot. We have. There is a lot of interest interessants that actually want to take part of that invention. So we are dealing actually with really big companies now, but nothing is on place yet in that.
But there are
the business case, but
pretty many things in the pipe for the future.
It is.
Great.
And I think we will have things to do in the future.
Okay. You have anything cooking in the future for us players needing a portable solution for which is outside the arena thinking and which is outside the house PAs and stuff?
I can say we have no complete solution for bass player, but we will later on sell these things as a modules. So if there is a manufacturer that wants to pick up this type of amplifiers, I'm pretty sure that it will be in amplifier for bass player. I visit Celestion, and they are now for the big drivers moving from ferrite magnets to neodymium magnets, and that makes actually the loudspeaker more efficient. So now the biggest loudspeaker they have in the program is a 24-inch loudspeaker with a neodymium magnet.
Ooh. Not very portable though.
No, not very portable, but 10 years or 20 years ago it was impossible to do that type of loudspeaker just because of the weak ferrite magnet. So, of course. Yeah. Even if it sounds very big, so this kind of 24-inch loudspeaker maybe replace 6 18-inch. So the PA system will be smaller. in the end for,
Yeah.
and that's PA system for big places, of course.
Yeah, of
but
course.
but even you can see even for for bass player that there are drivers that could be suitable, that is very effective. If you look at the car amplifier industry, I'm pretty sure that you all heard the Swedish EPA tractor youngsters playing around with a bass system, and they are actually really effective, that loudspeakers. So that could be something for the professional industry to pick up.
But what are we paying for? I mean, we have the not so expensive, we have the cheap, and we have the expensive amplification. What do we pay for that is better than the other?
Okay. For a high quality amplifier, there are a few things that you don't think about when you buy it. You maybe look for the power in the first hand, the size, and maybe also the quality. What does the amplifier measure in form of distortion and the frequency range and so on. But you should also be aware of that you have very different environments that the amplifier will play in. So it's a huge difference if you play outside a winter day, or if you are placing the amplifier in the sun in California, a sunny day. So you can go from -20 to plus maybe 80 degrees. And it is important that the overheating protection don't shut the amplifier down if it's going to be overheated.
That's one of the parts we pay for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So a good cooling system, of course, with fans that can speed up enough. But if it have to protect itself some way, it take down the power instead of shutting off. So that is really important. We have decided that we will always work with the latest technology. Always. That you can only win if you are in the front. If you are in the first, you can never win if you doing copies. If you do copies, you must sell your devices to a cheaper price, and that's hard to compete with the countries in Asia. So we have a decision here. We will always be working with the latest technology, with the latest types of transistor, or whatever it takes, the latest cooling system and so on.
Of course. And with that said, it's very interesting, and I'm looking forward personally. I'm going to follow your development, and also in terms of being a touring musician, needing portable, lightweight, good sound. I'm pretty sure within not too many years you will be involved in some project,
hopefully
somewhere around, and I really wish that would be a true reality for relatively young Swedish ambitious amplification company, Oak Amplifiers.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mats.
Thank you.